So we have our jerseys here behind us, which everyone can see that they're very curious, and most of them are eating the cow casserole right now. So how is that cow casserole put together and delivered to the cows?
So what happens is actually this feed, there are different components within it, and the ration is made by adding all these different types of feedstuffs into a mixer, and then the mixer mixes it together and creates this cow casserole. It allows them to easily digest it. It's broken up into multiple particles to allow them to eat it.
And would that mixer kind of be like a big blender? Is that kind of what it would look like?
So it's essentially a big blender, and it would blend all of the feedstuffs together to mix it and make sure that it's evenly distributed so that all feed has the same amount of nutrients. And then once it's mixed, it'll actually get delivered to the cows at the bunk.
Here we are in the commodity barn. This is where all of our feedstuffs are stored for our cows. And so when you kind of think of the commodity barn, think of a kitchen. And so it's where all of our food is stored. We're going to make that cow casserole for the cow in our big blender and then deliver it to the cows.
So we have alfalfa here.
Mm-hmm.
What benefits do cows get by consuming alfalfa?
Yeah, so cattle are ruminants, and so they do need hay, forage basically, and so alfalfa hay is very palatable for cows. It's high in protein for cows, and so cows, because they do eat so much feed, we aren't able to bring hay in every day. So every few weeks we get a shipment of hay out of normally Colorado, and so all these large bales of alfalfa hay are brought in on a semi truck, and they are stored here in our hay barn until they're ready to be used. So this is our vitamin and mineral premix. Cows need all of the macro and micronutrients available, and so this premix has all of those vitamins and minerals that are readily available to them. So we add this to the feed stuff to make sure that they have a well-balanced diet.
So Dr. Jones, what do we have here?
Yeah, certainly. So this is a yeast product. It's a probiotic. We want to make sure that the cows are as healthy as possible. We want to keep that rumen, the largest compartment of their stomach, very healthy. And so we can add products like yeast, a probiotic, to their cow casserole to ensure that they have the healthiest rumen possible. We have ground corn. Energy is the hardest nutrient to get into cows just because of how high their metabolism is and how much milk they produce on a daily basis. So we need to add a little bit more extra energy. And so we are adding this ground corn here for the cows. So this corn is actually raised specifically for livestock. So it's not the corn on the cob that you are eating late summer, early fall. It's actually a very specific type of corn, not sweet corn, that we are raising for cattle so that they can eat the corn, digest it, and then make milk. So we were just looking at the ground corn, and this also looks like corn, but this is corn silage. And so this is the entire plant chopped up. Smells really delicious. So the entire corn plant's chopped up. It's placed either into a plastic bag to ferment, or it's placed into a bunker. Tractors will drive over the corn silage to pack it down, remove oxygen from it. We will place plastic over the top of that and then allow it to ferment and to become a very palatable feedstuff.
Fermentation is a process by which bacteria will actually break down the components to make energy more available. So that's why it kind of smells sweet, is because it starts to break down those particles and make it a little bit more sweet and have more energy. Dr. Jones, you'd mentioned that cows eat byproducts from cotton. So what do we have here?
Yes, so this is actually a cottonseed. This is a byproduct of the cotton industry. You and I cannot eat this, and we wouldn't digest it, right? You said earlier that we're monogastrics. We have one simple stomach, and cows are ruminants, meaning they have one large stomach that has 4 compartments. So the dairy industry is actually able to take a byproduct of the cotton industry, feed it to cows, which can then in turn take the cottonseed and turn it into milk that you and I can consume. So it's high in fiber, it's high in protein, and it also has some fat in it as well. So the mixer wagon, so we mix feed twice a day here at the Southwest Regional Dairy Center. We use a front end loader to pick up the various commodities. We'll bring it over to the mixer wagon. We'll dump the feed in the top. And in the inside of the mixer wagon are blades, and those are moving in circles. They are moving in circles because we will turn the PTO on from the tractor. We will start that PTO, and so when all of our feed gets in here, we'll turn those on. That will mix the feed, and when you have all of your feed in there, think of a boiling pot. The feed actually looks like it's a boiling pot of water going over. You see those bubbles that will come up, and that is what a TMR looks like from the top if we were to actually mix feed. If you go on YouTube and you watch total mixed rations being mixed, you can see that in a safe manner.